Hello everyone, Ewan from Elixir Experts here. Today I'm going to discuss potential issues using the impacted as planned method of delay analysis in dispute resolution and why it is potentially used by some parties. As demonstrated in my first video showing the impacted as planned method of delay analysis in action, I highlighted that the method might prove unreliable in dispute resolution if it does not consider progress at the time of a delay event and what was actually critical to completion at the time. This is because the critical path is likely to change from the original as planned program as some activities proceed ahead of schedule and others fall behind, or there is additional scope added to the works, or perhaps the works are resequenced. This can mean that the delay event does not have the alleged effect at all, because it simply does not affect the actual or contemporaneous critical path at the time. Secondly, this type of analysis is hypothetical, forecasting the likely effect of a delay event on completion and not the actual effect, which could be significantly different, raising questions over its reliability if it does not reflect what actually happened. My experience is tribunals prefer evidence that relates to what actually happened. The as-planned programme should be realistic and capable of achievement with, inter alia, accurate logic and durations. If logic is missing from the programme, it could mean the effect of any delay is not reflected in subsequent activities that affect the critical path and completion. If there are errors in the as-planned programme, these can and indeed should arguably be corrected. However, it should also be recognised that if amendments are made to the as-planned programme, those amendments might be criticised for being selective, arbitrary, and/or subjective. In addition, parties can be selective about impacting particular delay events, whilst ignoring others, skewing the results of an impacted as-planned analysis in their favour. In other words, the results of such an analysis might be biased. An extension of this is when a party enhances the duration of a delay event to give the impression that it has a more significant impact to the as-planned programme than it actually does. This can mean completion either appears to be delayed more than it possibly should have been, or make a delay event appear it is critical to completion when another delay event was actually critical. Lastly, since this method of analysis does not consider actual progress, it is a method of delay analysis that suffers from not recognising concurrency. So why do parties use this method of delay analysis? Firstly, it is recognised in the Society of Construction Law's Delay and Disruption Protocol, 2nd edition, February 2017, as a legitimate method of analysis. Indeed, there are 6 methods of delay analysis recognised in the protocol, with arguably equal billing, but the other methods are generally likely to be more reliable in dispute resolution, save for perhaps for limited circumstances that I will come on to. Secondly, if there is no as-built programme or there are no programme updates or generally little as-built data available to identify what actually happened, it may be the only method of delay analysis available. In these circumstances, the impacted as-planned method of delay analysis may give an indication of the delay, which may be better than no analytical assessment at all. Thirdly, it could be mandated by the contract as the method for assessing delay. Some contracts, such as the NEC former contract, stipulate how delays should be assessed, so it is always prudent to check the contract for any contract requirements for assessing delay. Fourthly, it can give answers beneficial to one party, which may suit a party trying to maximise its commercial position by being selective about delay events or exaggerating durations of delay events, as discussed earlier. If any delay arose near the beginning of the project, when the as-planned programme might still be reflective of the work at the time, because limited progress would have been made at this time, then the impacted as-planned method of delay analysis may be the most appropriate method of delay analysis available. The project is relatively short and simple, and any delay events being impacted on the as-planned programme are also simple and limited, without other known significant delays to progress. In such circumstances, the method may not be subject to the potential issues discussed above. The analysis can be made more robust by verifying the results against known as-built events as a check that it is consistent with as-built progress. It is sometimes used as it is quicker and easier to perform than other methods of delay analysis, which also means it is cheaper to procure, although this is probably not a good reason by itself to use it in dispute resolution when the method will be subject to rigorous scrutiny, meaning any issues with it could be laid bare. Indeed, it is because of the issues with this method of delay analysis that make it less likely to be reliable in dispute resolution, say for at or near the beginning of a project when the as-planned program might still reflect the true intention at the time. That's it for now, so have a great day.